Hi everyone. Good morning. This is another morning session of hitting with Mr. Wall, which really makes you work hard and you can really improve your game. What I want to talk to you today is something that I read that I think is very important, especially for it is not only good for people that are beginners. It's also good for advanced players, and it's also good for intermediate and advanced players because all of us, we have made a mistake of trying to read. We think that we can read the ball that is coming fast at us, especially on the serve, let's say. But the truth is that there is a study of the University of Berkeley, that they were measuring what the brain does, how the body works when you have a ball that is coming at you at 100 miles per hour. And what they were saying is that the first thing that happened is that you see the ball, and then your brain tells your body, you detect the ball, and your brain tells your body it has a measurement of prediction of where the ball is going to be when it gets to you, and it tells your body right away. It tells your body to react with the legs and your arms. But there is no such thing as, okay, I see that serve, this guy is serving every time to my backhand and he's pretty much going to the same spot. And sometimes we're trying to anticipate, and we're thinking too much where we're gonna get that ball. And many times, even though those times when you see a guy serving to you backhand or forehand or anywhere that is doing it consistently, and you just don't get a hold of it, you cannot really get the timing right because and you think like, okay, I mean, this guy has served to my backhand 10 times and I just cannot get it. I know it's coming there. I know how far it's coming, or how close, or how high, or how low. Even if they don't do a lot of variation on the shot, you just don't get it. And it's probably because you're trying to force too much the way you're looking at the ball and see where it's gonna be, trying to predict and control it. When the truth is that you got to focus. That is a perfect example of you gotta focus what happens inside your bubble. You gotta, for those of you that have been following me for a while, I talk about focusing what happens inside your bubble a lot. And that pretty much means you just focus on your technique, what you have to do, get in the right position, react on time to things. This is the thing. Your body, this is what's in your control. Not the shot, not the speed, not the bouncing, not the spin, not the side spin, whatever the whole ball has. If you focus what happens inside your bubble, you pretty much get out of the way. That's a perfect way to be in the moment, and you become like two separate entities. This is you and your body, and you're leaving your brain on the side. And your brain is our brains are always begging to us, please let me do my job. Let me leave me alone and let me do what I know how to do best. And I do much better when you're not on the way. It's like I always give that example of parents that have babies, and the babies are learning to walk, and the first time the parents let the baby go, and the baby trips, and the parents freak out and they try to control how to walk, and the babies, they look at you and they say, hey, I got it, let me do it. I have to learn this. I mean, I'm a baby, you cannot teach me how to do this, I have to do it. And they're not having all that conversation inside themselves that we have as adults, or if you're a teenager, or they just have the feeling. Okay, they just absorb the information and they learn how to do it. And that's how the brain works. So the brain sees the ball, it predicts and tells your body to react. That part, from the moment the other guy hits the ball, you see that ball coming, and it takes that ball coming at you at 100 miles per hour. But by the time your brain predicts where the ball is gonna go and you start moving, it takes a little time between prediction and you moving, and that's 10 feet of the ball closer to you. That's why it's a prediction. The brain cannot really measure where that ball is gonna be exactly, in what spot. But it predicts, okay, I think it's gonna be here, and that's how it moves. But that's something, again, that's a separate entity that you have to learn to get out of the way and let it work. And it doesn't happen only when you're receiving fast serves. This is something that should happen the entire game. You should be able to sit and have your brain on the side and say, I'm not gonna get in your way. I'm just gonna focus on what I'm supposed to do, and I'm gonna let you do. I'm just gonna go ahead and trust you. So this is I thought it was a very interesting let's say way to explain it after I read an article, and it's something that supports what I always been saying. You know, you have to learn to focus what happens inside your bubble. You are the architect. You're working on every brick of the house, or every pipe or everything perfectly from the beginning, and you do it as well as professionally done as possible. You know, in the end, the end product is gonna be fine. It's just gonna take care of itself. So go out there. You're just supposed to do what happens inside your bubble as a world-class athlete, painter, engineer, whatever you want to do, and just leave your brain on the side. Get out of the way and let it work. Let it do its job. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I hope you like it. Subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.